friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead. Today is October 20th, 2015. This is going to be a bit of a rambling video because I'm still not fully recovered from the flu. I got crushed by the flu this week. That's why you didn't get a video from me today. I've been in bed for a couple of days. Now, all my Facebook friends have been praying for me, and that's so wonderful, and some of you folks too, because some of you folks are on my Facebook. And it's really helped. I credit those prayers for getting me out of bed after only 2 days. I'm still showing signs of the cold, but oh man, that flu was bad. And before anybody asks me or tells me or reminds me to get a flu shot, I don't do flu shots. I used to when I smoked, because I would get bronchitis every year, and I always had upper respiratory problems because I smoked, and I would get a flu shot, but I don't get them anymore because the last time I got a flu shot after quitting smoking, I got the flu really bad, and it lasted longer than this time. So I just kind of muscled it through with a lot of acetaminophen and herbal tea with lemon, honey, and ginger, and lots and lots and lots of water. But I tell you, man, oh man, like look at me right now. I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts around the house, and I'm still sweating, and that's a wonderful thing. I'm still sweating. Lots of clear fluids. And coffee and tea don't count, okay, because they have a tendency to dehydrate you, unless it's like caffeine-free herbal tea or green tea or something like that. And clear, no milk, no dairy. Anyway, we had our federal election yesterday. Now, I started showing symptoms of this flu on, I guess it was Saturday, because I wasn't feeling I had to have a nap on Saturday, and usually I get to sleep in till like 8:30 on the weekends, so I'm up all day. But I had to lay down in the middle of the day. I was just really, really tired. And then about midday Sunday, I started feeling chilled. And I just was having a hard time keeping warm. So I put on slippers. And then I put on a sweater. And by the time 7 o'clock rolled around, I said, I gotta go to bed. I can't get warm. I just couldn't get warm. And I was really starting to feel achy all over, and I went, oh man, I'm getting the flu. And so I said to Howie, I'm going to bed. And he said, aren't you going to stay up and watch The Walking Dead? Now, come on, folks. I love The Walking Dead. And it's only episode 2 of this season, but I went to bed. If there's any fans out there of The Walking Dead, you're going to know how sick I was to actually go to bed. But anyway, I could not rest. Everyone says get lots of rest, but oh man, when your bones are ice, your joints are fire, and you're being stabbed with ice picks in all your muscles, and you can't get warm, how do you rest? You don't. You just roll and toss and turn and huddle under the blankets, and then you get hot and you throw them off, and no matter how hot you get, you don't sweat, because remember, sweating is what you want to do. It helps, you drink lots of clear fluids and you sweat the bug out, okay? You don't take as much, you take acetaminophen or Tylenol only when you absolutely need it, because what that does is if you have a fever, and most of you know, I don't usually get the elevated temperature. Like if I hit 101, I'm usually seeing things, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. If you take Tylenol every 4 to 6 hours, or whatever the recommended dosage is, you're actually knocking down your fever. You're not getting rid of your fever, but you're knocking it down. And what happens is you're stopping your body from fighting it off. You're tricking your body into thinking you don't have a fever. So when you take Tylenol, do it when you absolutely can't handle it anymore. Okay? So, that started Sunday night. And I just had it absolutely, and so did poor Wolfie. Poor Wolfie. Put up with me shivering and shaking and tossing and turning and throwing covers all over the place and getting up to pee because I was drinking so much all night long. And then he got up and went to work. Poor bugger had to buy his own breakfast at the coffee shop on his way to work because I was just too sick. But Monday was election day, and it was a federal election. And it wasn't, it's only been in the last 100 years that women have been given the right to vote and the privilege to vote. And mark my words, it is a privilege to vote. People say, oh, I don't do politics. Well, I'm sorry, folks. If you've got, okay, I apologize for my American friends, but for our Canadian friends, if you've got, you got free health care, which you pay for through your taxes. You want your roads plowed, your garbage picked up, public school systems, employment insurance, social retirement benefits, all that stuff is political. So you can't say, I don't do politics and then not vote, because it's really, really important. If you don't vote, I hate to sound like a commercial, but if you don't vote, somebody else is making the decisions about your life for you. So I'm starting to wish, next time we have a federal election or any kind of election, I will vote in the advance polls. Because I was so sick on Monday. And this was a big deal. Anybody who's been watching my Facebook knows my sentiments on the present, now past, Prime Minister, Mr. Stephen Harper. And I wanted him gone. And you can laugh and say, okay, what is your one vote going to matter? But I have seen votes happen where it's like 1 or 2 votes difference. So what did Bev do? Bev got up, had a shower, put on, now, like I said, all winter long in my house, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm telling Wolfie, stop stoking the wood so hot, because it gets really hot. After my shower, I dried off really fast. I put on socks, slippers, sweats, long sleeve shirt, sweater, and a toque. And for most of you, my American friends who don't know what a toque is, it's a knitted winter cap. Then, after I got fully clothed in several layers, I crawled into my my power lift chair, and I turned on the heat on high on both the back and the seat. And then I got my son to tuck me in with a quilt, okay? And I waited in that chair for Howie to come home to take me to vote. Because he said, if you're going to go out to vote, you be ready. So I was ready. Oh, I wasn't physically ready. As a matter of fact, I put on a hospital mask that I was able to pick up at a dollar store or a Dollar General down in Ohio when I was visiting in Ohio. And because I didn't want to spread this, I wouldn't have wished this on my worst enemy. They put me on a chair in the middle of the floor between the registration desk and the polling stations, all by myself. It was like there was this big, wide circle of emptiness around me. So that was, now that I look at it, it was kind of comical. And I went to vote, and I almost fainted in the polling booth, like when I was marking off my thing. Congratulations, Mr. Justin Trudeau. Do us proud. But I came home, and I went to bed, and I started to sweat. Oh, thank God I started to sweat. And man, oh man, did I sweat. I had to change my pillowcase twice. And when I woke up this morning, I had to change my bed and completely air it out. I had just soaked it. Just soaked it. So that's a good thing. I'm already feeling so much better. All I've got basically now is a cold. But oh, wow, that flu was something. And my son had it too. And poor Howie came home tonight from work with a bit of a cough and sneezing and a runny nose. And it's only Tuesday. And by the way this works, if you drink lots of fluids and you look after yourself, you can get over it and be at least functional in 2 days. It's only Tuesday, and he's going to go to work tomorrow. There's going to be no way I'm going to be able to stop him from going to work tomorrow, which means he'll probably work half dead through the week and then feel better on the weekend. Poor baby. Anyway, until I got sick, I was doing pretty good with keeping up with some videos, and I've been working on the cookbook and stuff book, because I can't just write a cookbook. I'm not, I can't just put recipes down. It is a cookbook, but there's just extra stuff in it. You know, I had to put some more me between the pages, so to speak. So I'm working really hard on it. It's only going to be like 100 pages, folks. I'm really sorry about that, but it's the best I can do. But it's the best 100 pages I can give you of what I do on a daily basis. There's recipes, there's canning stuff, there's neat to know tips, there's just stuff, okay? And the basics of pastry and all that stuff. So I'm really working hard to get it done by the end of the month. This flu threw a knocking into me, but I'm going to get back to work at it hopefully tomorrow. I was going to rerun a couple of old videos, but you know what? I have one more that I want to rerun with some added stuff. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And it's just because it's a good video, I just needed to add a couple things to it, and I had to, of course, update the music. So this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying thank you, everybody, for all your loves, your support, your prayers. I credit those prayers for getting me out of bed in 2 days with a really bad bout of the flu. Okay? I've still got a cold. I'm going to take it easy so I don't relapse. But there it is. And I got a couple of really nice parcels in the mail today that I want to share with you tomorrow or the next day when I get a chance to lay them out and film them for you. All right? I love you guys. Remember, if you get the first sign of the sniffles, this is a really nasty flu. It actually gave me an elevated temperature. Wolfie could feel it. So, if you get the first sign of sniffles, lots of clear fluids, tea, herbal tea, no milk, tea, herbal tea, honey, lemon, ginger, ice water, and just sweat it out. All right? Take care. God bless. Mwah!